So this is a video about actually looking for a job, finding a job. And I know some of you have done this already for other kinds of jobs. So I'm talking specifically about design jobs. The more experience you can accrue now through internships and any freelance you get, the better prepared you will be to find a job when you get out. You need to put this in context of somebody that's actually graduated and is out there. And soon you'll be out of school and you won't be surrounded by people who are trying to educate you. You won't be surrounded by people who have your best interests and future at heart, like professors. And when professionals look at your portfolio, they won't necessarily tell you what they think. And if you don't get hired, they mostly won't tell you why you didn't get hired. Most of the time, they look at your stuff and say thank you and say goodbye. They either hire you or not. Or they find your portfolio online, they skim through, then they move on to the next one. If you don't get the job, you won't know why, and it can be very frustrating. That's why we spend so much time on your presentation skills and practice interviewing and preparing your portfolio in as professional a way as possible before you will graduate. And in a couple of weeks, we'll be doing interview exercises. Not quite yet. As practice, it's always good to show your work and your resume and your branding in general to friends, family, professors, fellow students, particularly in a non-pressured situation, and also show it to people who aren't designers. So an assignment this week is you are going to show your designed resume and cover letter to your group. And you don't have a group yet, but hopefully by the time this video is finished, you will have a group which will be posted on Blackboard and people's email addresses and stuff. Sometimes feedback can be helpful. Sometimes you disagree with it. Throughout your career, you will hear this kind of thing all the time. And it can make you feel bad, and it can make you feel great. Just get used to a bit of an emotional roller coaster and learn to take the emotion out of what you hear. Just think to yourself, if I get a negative critique, are they making a good point? Does this make sense? Or is this a depressing rabbit hole I just don't want to go down? Making sense of a critique is an invaluable skill. Like I said, when you interview, they tend not to say why you didn't get the job. Sometimes you can ask for a critique. It doesn't mean you're going to get an answer. They may not want to be bothered. But there's no harm in asking. And this is a little scary, but you could discover some very useful information. Now, okay, job hunt. There are lots of job boards on the internet. A job board is simply a site where jobs are listed, and I suspect you are familiar with some of them. Some are more for people with years and years of experience. So some of these job boards are listed on Blackboard, so you don't have to take notes. But there are things like Dribble Jobs, Authentic, Crop.com, Coraflot, AIGA Jobs, The One Club Jobs, Creative Hot List, Craigslist, Indeed.com, New York Times job section, How Design, Behance Job List, Glassdoor, SimplyHired.com, Upwork. These places go in and out of business. No doubt a few more have cropped up since the last time I did a search, which was like 2 weeks ago. Now, Upwork and 99 Designs have questionable reputations. Some people have started a freelance career using these sites just to get the experience, but they are notorious for low fees and enabling scammers. This is a problem on the internet. If you can possibly do it, try to use more reputable sites. As far as I know, the other ones listed have a better reputation. Now that we're in the golden age of working from home, which some people like and others hate, you can look for jobs in another state or even another country, either with the intention of moving there or just working remotely, which is what I do. Another way of getting work is through employment agencies, specifically design employment agencies. An employment agency works to find opportunities for you based on your skills and experience. On the Ask a City Tech Grad Facebook page, which I invited you all to, scroll down and there's an interview with graduate Jackie Landers, who talks about how she got her first jobs through employment agencies. By the way, check out the other interviews with City Tech graduates here. If you get frustrated with the job hunt, these interviews can be helpful and also a little inspiring. So back to the employment agencies. They serve as intermediaries between you and employers. So they find the job, they send you out to it, and they pay you. They also get a fee. So every time they pay you, they're also paying themselves. So it's actually a very useful way to get into the market because they're doing all the hunting. When you get temporary work through an agency, you tend not to make as much money as you would if you got the work yourself. So there's kind of a glass ceiling in terms of income, especially for beginner designers. But for the first year or two or whatever, it can be very useful, and it can even lead to full-time work sometimes. Some of the design employment agency are Creative Circle, Aquent.com, Robert Half, iCreatives, The Hired Guns, and there's a bunch of other ones. Just for laughs, I also included a UK-based design agency. Check it out. LinkedIn also posts jobs and sends you job opportunities as they come up. You just have to set up the alert. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date with all the resume information that you're putting on the resume for this class. And say in the description, say, I'm looking for work, and what kind of work you're looking for. As you update your resume, update your LinkedIn profile. Students get contacts and interviews through their LinkedIn profiles, purely by posting their information there. And make sure you include all those SEO words that I posted on Blackboard as well. They're listed under resume keywords. On LinkedIn, you can join design groups and post relevant design-related news and links. Someone could notice you, and opportunities might come up. I think the LinkedIn algorithm likes it if you sort of participate in LinkedIn stuff. You might want to post stuff there just when you're looking for work, just to sort of establish yourself as a design presence. So I'll be talking more about social media as the semester progresses. Now, if you have a favorite ad agency or design studio or publishing house that you really, really want to work for, you can go to their company website and look on their careers page. This can be called different kinds of things like jobs page or employment page or human resources page or HR page or do you want to work for us page. You know, they all do it differently. They will list job opportunities and internships with the proper contact information right there on their own site. They don't have to advertise that way. You come to them, and it saves them time and money. And if you're proactive, you can get in there quickly. But you have to keep an eye on all these websites, which is kind of a pain in the neck, but you know, if you're unemployed, why not? So this also goes for industries. If you love fashion or sports or the theater, look on their websites and see what's available. If it looks like the kind of place you want to work, contact them. Sometimes even if they don't post something, just contact them. There are often jobs or internships listed and you can apply directly to them. If there's no jobs listed, ask them just to review your portfolio, which is not a terrible idea. Since you're not directly applying for a job, you're free to ask for honest feedback on your portfolio, and often professionals will help young designers this way. And if they like your stuff but don't have a job available at that time, you're getting on their radar for future openings. You then link to that person and that company on LinkedIn. Everything I'm telling you now could change by the next year or next month or by the time you graduate. So do the research and spend time getting to know the online world of job hunting. Spend time every day searching the sites and sending out resumes and be in the flow of the design world. As I told you before, a little trick on resumes, put a space before your name on the document so you automatically go to the top of the list in a folder full of resumes. Other people know this trick too, so what? Be that designer. By the way, last week we talked about networks. So when you're looking for work, Tell your network that you're looking for a job. You can say it in a personal post, in some form on social media. Don't be shy about letting people know that you are looking for work. Some of you already have a job. However, the design world is fast moving. New companies arise, regime change happens, new possibilities open up on a dime. You may feel you're underpaid. Chances are this is yes. You might be bored with your office. You might have an unfriendly workplace. And to be honest, you can always get fired. So I recommend that you always have your resume, social media, portfolio website, LinkedIn profile, all updated at all times. You never know when you may need it quickly. New bosses might just let you go because they want to hire their friend from college. You might meet someone who works at a great agency who will tell you about a new opening, and you can be like a Boy Scout and be prepared. You say, oh, here's my resume. Check it out. So as a reminder, please get moving on your two-sided business card if you've not done so already. Your resume doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to start your business card, but your logo does have to be finalized. You'll be following the branding of your resume on your business card, and by the way, your cover letter as well. You set it up as a professional letter to a business, stick your logo on it. So generally your contact information and QR code is on the back, and on the other side is your logo nice and big. The QR code can be pretty small to work, and I think if the color is dark enough, you can actually change its color. But test it out before you get anything printed in bulk. For your projects, if you're finishing up your projects, upload them to your website, then upload new projects to your Dropbox folder so we can discuss them at your next meeting. And this way you're always progressing really fast. So this week's assignments, just to review: contact your group, get feedback on your resume and cover letter. And so this is going to be like 3 or 4 people in each group. So everyone proofs each other's stuff. It's not just one person doing it all, it's everybody. I'll post the people in your group on Blackboard and Facebook. Make sure you have included your resume keywords on both your resume and your LinkedIn profile. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile yet, set it up now. Link to me and everyone else in the class. Create your business card, including your logo, your fonts, and colors, and a QR code to your website. I will see you next Thursday.